Hi, this is Dr. Brennan doing another tips and tricks video for axiUm Ascend. I've pulled up a test patient. I'm signed in as a test student as well. So I wanted to go through an often misunderstood and should be used more feature of the clinical workflow. So one of my home bases beyond being in the patient overview screen is to go into the progress notes section for that patient. So oftentimes we have patients with a long history and this can get very convoluted. So I think because of that, people avoid it. But I thought I'd give a quick run through of how I might use it or how you might make more sense of it. So in another video, I highlighted that the chart can be often used as a great selector. So one thing that I might do is come in, select a tooth, and when I come over to the progress notes, it filters by that tooth. Something I wanted to point out, and part of the reason I selected tooth number 9, so you can see it's filtered by that on the left-hand side here, that I'm seeing patient notes associated with that tooth number. So if I came back over just to give another idea with a couple more teeth selected, and I come in, now I have everything related to those teeth, but you'll notice it's got this little note emblem, and it says note here for those notes related to the teeth that I have selected. So in this case, I can jump right into the clinic note from the progress notes section. If that's not the one I'm looking for, jump right ahead to another note, and that way hopefully work through clinic notes in a better fashion than this drop down and trying to scroll through and see that I think a lot of people have struggled with. In addition to specifically notes, you can look for other stuff as well. So if I'm looking through all of my progress notes, I can use these filters on the left-hand side and quickly unselect everything. And then if I only want to see the treatment plan procedures, jump to that. Again, if I have selected multiple teeth over here, and I'm seeing everything related to all of those teeth, let's say I'm just concerned about first molars for some reason. I jump in here, I see only things related to that. Again, by removing all of the filters and jumping just to treatment plan or just to notes, I'm narrowing in on those sections of the selections of teeth that I have, and specifically the elements of that patient's history that I want to review. So it's a very quick way to really drill down on the information that I'm looking for. One last thing I would mention, so I'm going to clear select it up here, is I can take, if I have a tooth that as I added a procedure in here, and rather than, I don't want to add a procedure, I'm sorry, I clicked the wrong button, add a condition, if I'm watching that tooth for some reason, that doesn't help me a whole lot as a clinician to have a watch, but since tooth number 16 is still selected, when I come over here and I see that watch that I just added as a condition, I can actually put a note in there that I say it has some deep occlusal pit with staining, and that's the reason we're watching it. Or maybe a better one, a more real example is a lingual fracture or something like that. And so when I save that, the next time I come in and I see that watch, again, if I come over to progress notes without knowing about how to filter, it's overwhelming. But if I come in here, I see that W and I say, oh yeah, why were we watching that? I click that, I come in, very quickly I see that I was watching it for a lingual fracture. So once again, I hope that helps give you a few more tools for faster workflows.